Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. Please consider subscribing to my channel. And today again you see me without makeup, without eye makeup, and without well, any makeup almost. I just have blush and lipstick on my face because I have spring allergy, so I'm not able to put in contact lenses and I'm not able to put any makeup. So you have to tolerate my almost bare face. So today I'm gonna be talking about a fragrance from Chanel. So this is a much anticipated fragrance, at least on my behalf. We know that Chanel, they don't really launch fragrances all that often, and every single time they do launch a fragrance, it's kind of an event in itself. So I had high hopes because I like this Chanel Chance line. This is a beautiful line. So I do have my sample here that I'm currently using, and I have another one that I will use up, but we're gonna get later into this. So let's talk about notes of this fragrance. So there are red fruits, raspberry, rose, violet, peach, iris, rose geranium, white musk, and cedar in this fragrance. And first of all, I had to touch base on the thing that everybody's raving is the color of the bottle, well, of the juice, not of the bottle. The color of the juice is fantastic, it's beautiful, wow, it's so innovative. And I was like, come on, like, come on, so many brands have the same colored juice and nobody's fainting over that. You know, you might get a feeling that this video is against Chanel or is against this particular scent, which is not. I love Chanel. I have a lot of Chanel fragrances. I there's one fragrance in particular that I adore. This is one of my most loved fragrances, Chanel Allure Eau de Toilette. It's fantastic. So I love Chanel. I have been using Chanel for years and years. And so, obviously, when it comes to fragrances, and me as a consumer, I do have some expectations and I do have some hopes that this fragrance would be. Well, I do have this Eau Vive and also Eau Tendre, which I actually really like. So, just to show you, just really quickly, there's the beautiful fragrance by Stella McCartney. It has a beautiful color of the juice. It's wonderful. It's just like Chanel. You might not see it just like Chanel in the camera, but just trust me, it is like Chanel. This one, Eclat d'Arpège, it's just like Chanel. And then there's one which is kind of a bit brighter, but it's not an innovative thing to color the juice of a fragrance. This is Yves Rocher, and it's like a pinky. And there's a very cheapy fragrance, a very beautiful fragrance, Abercrombie and Fitch, and it has a colored juice as well. I mean, it's nothing innovative in here. I mean, so please, people, be realistic. Stop fainting about this one. It's just, oh my gosh. Okay, so let's talk about fragrance. I have sprayed this fragrance on my skin, and just before I started recording, so like 5 minutes ago, like maximum. And I have to tell you that I am not impressed with the fragrance. I'm not impressed with the fragrance. We have this immediate burst of red fruits, which I can actually get, and it's very nice. These are not not plasticky fruits. They're not, artificial fruits. Just nice and juicy and bright, beautiful red fruits, which I appreciate. I like the opening that is so juicy and so interesting and so powerful. And then we have this kind of it's lightly going into this kind of violetty, irisy, kind of powdery, but kind of nice powder. It's not this old grandmotherly powder, nothing like that. It's nice and joyful and bright and youthful as well, actually. That's it. And then we have this kind of muskiness, and this kind of red fruit and musky. So for me, it's a fruity, musky, a bit powdery scent. The problem with the scent for me is it's not even my expectations, because we're gonna set this aside. My expectations have nothing to do with the scent. Uh, my problem with the scent is the price of the scent. The price of the bottle, which is, it's a beautiful bottle. It's a beautiful, and we all know these bottles. They're just like those, fantastic, beautiful. So the price of the bottle is 135 euro. Depends on where you get it. It might go from 120 to 140. So there's the price range for 50 ml. And then we have from 180 to 215 for 100 ml. And this is not a fragrance that, in my opinion, worth this money. It's nice. It's very juicy, wonderful, joyful. But on my skin, and I'm not kidding here, I'm not kidding, on my skin, this scent is present for like 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, I stop feeling any scent. In order to feel the scent, in order to smell the scent, I have to put my nose really, really into my skin, and then I will feel it. Now that I have just put it, I can feel the scent. And some people might say, well, you have made one spray, and I have told you times and times before, if you have been watching me, I always, when I'm testing a new fragrance, I always make one spray. And today, this tactics is, it's like it proved itself to be useful, because one spray of this, and I have 30 minutes of performance on my skin, and then I have to put my nose into it. There are some other fragrances from other brands, I know Armani, Gucci, that one spray and I can feel this fragrance for hours. So this is not a good performance, and this, my friends, is eau de parfum. Is eau de parfum. This one and this one, they are both eau de toilette, and they have better performance. I have to tell you more, actually. I have this one, Paris Riviera, and I have been talking about this fragrance just recently in my recent video. And this one is eau de toilette. It has better performance than this new fragrance. I don't know what it is, but the performance is not good. Then after the 30 minutes that I have this on my skin, I have the scent on my skin after 30 minutes, when I have to put this my nose on my skin in order to feel it, this place where I put the fragrance is fragrant for 3-4 hours. So the performance of this fragrance on my skin is very poor. It's not Chanel, because I have Chanel fragrances. I have eau de toilettes from Chanel that perform way better than this one, and I just don't understand why people all around the web, they seem to kind of rave about this fragrance. Oh my gosh, it's so useful, it's so innovative. It is not. Just put this Chanel fragrance, and I'm telling it with the utmost respect to Chanel, because Chanel fragrances, I love them. I really do. But then put this fragrance in any other container and just put it under the nose of any person, they would never tell you that this is a fragrance that costs 130 euro for 50 ml. Because it's just not. It's, some people say, well, it's targeted for younger generation, for like upcoming customers of Chanel, and I get that. Not all people, especially not younger people, they need this kind of rose and oud and honey and sweet. I get that. But you can have this fragrance with the same notes, with the best performance, with the very, very juicy, ripe opening that lasts, and the fragrance that lasts, and one spray that lasts all day. This one is not Chanel performance, in my opinion. This one is Chanel price, but it's not a Chanel performance. And sometimes I even, when I was like, I usually don't do that because I have to make up my own idea, my own opinion about the fragrance, and then I would go and watch maybe a review or read something on Fragrantica, and but this time I watched what other people have to say about this fragrance, and people say, "Oh my gosh, it's so nice and so light and so useful," and I get it. It is, and it almost feels like they try to kind of justify the price, but you wouldn't do it with any other brand. You wouldn't do it. Why would you do it with Chanel? Why would you? Uh, I have no idea. I mean, in my opinion, this is not a good fragrance. And this is kind of a fragrance that is nice and light and clean, and sometimes it kind of gives me even this kind of light shampoo kind of clean shampoo vibes, very beautiful, very pleasant ones. So it almost feels like you're out of the shower, and it's kind of cleanness that you might want to have. This is the kind of fragrance I gravitate towards when I have a long day ahead of me. So I want this cleanness, I want this kind of vibe on me. I get it. It's good, but I want it to last, and this has no lasting power. Not at all. And it has no projection. And again, I kind of get it because it supposedly it was made for like younger customers, and they don't need a projection, but then just lower the prices. I have no idea why would I have to pay the same exact price for this fragrance and another Chanel chances that are beastly. Some of them are really beastly. You just, you make one spray, and I guarantee you, you make one spray and you have this Chanel fragrance for the whole day with just one spray. So for me, this is a release that is, it's not controversial. It's not. It's just a release that is. It almost feels like maybe it was supposed to go in this line, in this Paris Riviera, this kind of water line, but not in Chanel Chance, because Chanel Chance, they have a good performance. They are iconic for a reason, and I can't see this fragrance to become iconic in my opinion. Just no. So yeah, I can't even say that I'm disappointed since I haven't bought this fragrance. Technically I just have samples of this fragrance, but I have to tell you, I had some gift cards left from my birthday, and I was thinking about getting this fragrance for me with these gift cards. And I'm glad I didn't, because I would be so disappointed. So much disappointed. So yeah, I'm glad I didn't. For me, this is not a release that is worth buying. It's definitely worth sniffing. It's definitely worth trying if you're, especially if you're a Chanel Chance fan, or if you're looking for a lighter fragrance. But if you're looking for a lighter fragrance, this is my honest opinion, don't go for Chanel Chance or Splendid, because it's just not worth it. It costs way more, and there's so many fragrances that cost like one third of the price, and they have better performance, or they have the same performance but they cost much less. So yeah, so this is my review. A nice fruity kind of shampooy, cleany, powdery scent, nothing special, nothing, nothing to write home about. The performance is very bad on my skin. It's very bad, because I would tell you, if this would be a fragrance with the same exact nose but with the best performance as the other Chanel chances are on me, then I would have nothing else to say than just like, it's a fine fragrance, I like it. But this performance at this price, no. No. Please let me know what you think about this fragrance. Did you like it? Did you, maybe you got it? I wish you a beautiful well, not Wednesday, obviously Friday. And I will see you next time on Sunday then. And yeah, bye.